Hi students, this is Viswanath, your chemistry teacher for NEET and IIT exams. In last class, we have completed questions related to IIT JEE mains exam held on 16th March afternoon session. Now see the remaining questions. A conductivity cell of cell constant 1.3 centimeter inverse is filled with a electrolytic solution of 0.52 molar and have resistance 50 ohms. Then find molar conductivity of solution. It's very simple question. To get molar conductivity, first we have to calculate conductivity. So formula is, say this, conductivity kappa equal to L by A into 1 by R. Here L by A is nothing but cell constant. Cell constant into 1 by R. Cell constant value is given 1.3. Substitute that one. 1.3. Resistance 50 ohms. That equal to 0.026 ohm inverse centimeter inverse. Now molar conductivity lambda m equal to conductivity kappa into 1000 divided by molarity. So K value 0.026 into 1000 divided by molarity. How much? 0.52. This one. Then molarity and molar conductivity equal to 50 ohm inverse centimeter square mole inverse. This is molar conductivity for this. This is the answer. Next. See the next question. Species A and B are dissociated according to first order kinetics with half-life of A and B are 54 minutes and 18 minutes. Then find the time at which concentration of A become 16 times of B if initially they are taken in equimolar. So two reacting species, initial their concentration is same, but after what time, at what time the concentration of A becomes 16 times of B. So we should find out that time. See here, for first order reaction, Ct equal to C naught into e power minus k into t. Here Ct equal to concentration of reactant after time t. C naught equal to initial concentration of reactant and K means first order rate constant, I is the time. Now for A, if we apply this formula, Ct of A equal to C naught of A into e power minus Ka into t. In the same way, if we apply for B, Ct of B equal to C naught of B into e power minus kb into t. Okay students, now see this, ct of a divided by ct of b, that equal to, here they mentioned initial concentrations are equimolar. Initially concentrations of A and B are equimolar, means this and this term get cancelled. C naught A is equal to C naught B. Then what is the remaining one? This divided by this. So if it comes to the numerator, then we can get e power kb into t minus ka into t. From this we can write e power t, by taking as common we can get this one, kb minus ka into t. Here concentration of A and B after some time t, what is the relation? It is 16 times that of concentration of B. So 16 into Ct into B divided by Ct of B, that equal to this one, e power kb minus ka into t, get cancelled. That implies 16 equal to this one. Now by taking ln on both sides, ln e base e means 1, then we can get kb into ka, this one. ln 16 means we can get 2 power 4, then 4 into ln 2 equal to this one. Here equilibrium constant and t half, what is the relation? ln 2 by t half. This is the relation. Equilibrium constant k equal to ln 2 by t half. In place of kb we can substitute this one, in place of ka also we can substitute this. Then kb means ln 2 by t half for b, how much? 18 minutes. T half for A 54 minutes. Substitute the two values. 18 minus this one, ln 2 by 54 into t. That implies ln 2 on both the sides get cancelled. So 4 equal to 1 by 18 minus 1 by 54 into t. That implies t equal to 108 minutes. So finally this is the answer. After 108 minutes, the concentration of species A becomes 16 times that of species B. Okay students, I hope you understood this question. Next, see the next question. Gallium atomic mass 1770 unified mass is crystallized in hexagonal close packing, and the number of voids in its 0.194 grams is x into 10 power 21. Then value of x is, okay, Avogadro value is given, Na equal to 6 into 10 power 23. Now say this, hexagonal close packing means number of voids how many and number of atoms how many. See this, for HCP, for HCP structure, hexagonal close packed structure, Z equal to 6. That means 6 atoms per unit cell. Number of octahedral voids, here number of octahedral voids is equal to number of atoms in the unit cell. Number of atoms is 6, then octahedral voids will also 6. Now number of tetrahedral voids, number of tetrahedral voids, it is double the number of atoms in the unit cell, so 12. Total voids per unit cell 18. Now what is the given mass of gallium? 0.194 grams. Calculate number of moles. Number of moles of gallium, that equal to 0.194 divided by 70 moles. Now find out number of atoms in these moles. 1 mole means Avogadro number of atoms are present. In these moles, how many atoms? Number of atoms in 0.194 by 70 mole is 0.194 by 70 into Avogadro number, Na atoms. Okay students, now 1 unit cell, how many atoms? 6 atoms. These many atoms are present in how many unit cells? These many atoms present in how many unit cell? That equal to 0.194 by 70 into Na divided by 6. These many unit cells contain these many atoms. Now one unit cell, how many voids? 18 voids. We have how many unit cells now? These many unit cells are there. In these unit cells, how many voids are there? 0.194 divided by 70 into Na by 6 unit cells contain how many voids? That equal to 0.194 into Na by 70 into 6 into 18, that equal to 5 into 10 power 21. Given voids x into 10 power 21, therefore equalize these two, then x value is 5. See here students, HCP structure, Z value 6 atoms per unit cell. Number of octahedral voids is equal to number of atoms per unit cell. So octahedral voids are 6. Tetrahedral voids are double the number of atoms. Then tetrahedral voids are 12. Finally, total voids 12 plus 6, 18. For given amount of given mass of gallium, number of moles is this one. 1 mole contain Avogadro number. These many moles contain how many atoms? These many atoms are present in this mole. So 1 unit cell contains 6 atoms. These many atoms present in how many unit cells? These many unit cells. In these unit cells, in these number of unit cells, these many number of atoms are there. Now 1 unit cell having 18 voids. These many unit cells having how many voids? This into 18. Same thing we did. So x value 5. Thank you students.